India, a climate in crisis. From the towering Himalayas to the sun-drenched coastlines, India, a land of vibrant diversity, is facing a formidable faux climate change. This land of ancient traditions and burgeoning modernity is now on the front lines of a global challenge. The very elements that have shaped life on the subcontinent for millennia, the searing sun, the life-giving monsoon, are now exhibiting a dangerous unpredictability. But just how serious is the problem? Let's find out. Across the vast expanse of India, a disturbing trend is emerging. The mercury is rising. Since the dawn of the 20th century, the average temperature has crept up by 0.7 degrees Celsius, a seemingly small number with profound implications. This warming trend is most apparent during the summer months, when the sun beats down with relentless ferocity. Cities like Delhi, the bustling heart of the nation, and Rajasthan, the land of majestic forts and shifting sands, routinely experience temperatures exceeding a staggering 50 degrees Celsius. These scorching temperatures, once a rarity, are becoming increasingly frequent, posing a significant threat to human health and pushing the limits of human endurance. For millennia, life in India has been intricately intertwined with the rhythm of the monsoon. This annual wind system, laden with moisture from the Indian Ocean, brings much-needed rainfall to the parched land, sustaining agriculture and replenishing rivers and lakes. But in recent decades, this once predictable cycle has become erratic. The arrival of the monsoon is increasingly unpredictable, arriving too early in some regions and too late in others. This unpredictability wreaks havoc on agricultural cycles, leaving farmers in a state of uncertainty. In some areas, the delayed monsoon brings drought, withering crops and parching the land. In others, its early arrival unleashes torrential downpours, causing devastating floods. Chapter 3. A Crisis on the Farm. The fertile plains of India, where generations of farmers have toiled to feed the nation, are facing an unprecedented challenge. The unstable monsoon patterns, coupled with rising temperatures, are taking a toll on agricultural productivity. Rice, the staple food of millions, is particularly vulnerable to these changing climatic conditions. Wheat and pulses, other essential crops, are also facing declining yields. The impact on India's farmers is particularly devastating. Reduced harvests translate into economic hardship, forcing many into a cycle of debt and despair. The plight of the Indian farmer is a stark reminder of the human cost of climate change. Chapter 4. The Rising Tide. India's long and storied coastline, stretching over 7,500 kilometers, is home to some of its most vibrant cities and ancient cultures. But this precious coastline is facing an insidious threat: rising sea levels. As global temperatures rise, glaciers melt at an alarming rate, adding more water to our oceans. This, combined with the thermal expansion of seawater, is causing sea levels to creep upwards, putting coastal communities at risk. Major cities like Mumbai, the financial capital, Chennai, a hub of industry and culture, and Kolkata, the city of joy, are all vulnerable to the encroaching sea. Chapter 5. A Breath of Polluted Air. The impacts of climate change on India extend far beyond its physical environment. As temperatures rise, so does the level of air pollution in its cities. The air, heavy with exhaust fumes and industrial emissions, becomes trapped in a layer of warm air, creating a toxic smog that hangs over urban centers. This polluted air has severe consequences for human health, particularly for the elderly and young children. Respiratory illnesses, such as asthma and bronchitis, are on the rise, and the burden on India's healthcare system continues to grow. Utro, a time for action. The challenges posed by climate change are real and they are urgent, but they are not insurmountable. Across India, a new generation is rising to meet this challenge head-on. From the bustling streets of its megacities to the remotest villages, people are embracing innovative solutions to mitigate the impacts of climate change. They are harnessing the power of the sun and the wind to generate clean energy, planting trees to restore degraded lands, and adopting sustainable practices in their daily lives. The fight against climate change starts with each and every one of us. By making conscious choices, we can all contribute to a more sustainable future. Let us pledge to reduce our carbon footprint, conserve water, and protect our environment. Remember, even small actions, when multiplied by millions, can create a ripple effect of positive change. This is a call to action, a call for each of us to become stewards of our planet, to preserve its beauty and bounty for generations to come. The future of India, and indeed the world, depends on it.